Recently, my local social platform has collapsed. The guy I like doesn't like me back. The ones who like me, I don't like. Everyone always says, just lower your standards. But those short, unattractive guys, I can't even bear to approach them. This is simply torture. It's too hard to find a partner. It's better to be single. Being single is quite nice too. On January 17th this year, the National Bureau of Statistics of China released data showing there are 30 million more men than women in the population. Since there are more single men than women in China, why are there still so many unmarried women? Analysts believe, although there are more single men than women, most older men live in rural areas, while older women mostly live in big cities, especially in Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen. These developed areas, in Beijing alone, there are at least 1 million older women, which is 4 times the number of older men. Today we will talk about the topic of Chinese leftover women. Leftover women typically refers to women who are over 27 years old, yet still single. There are many older women in China, one reason being, their expectations for a partner are too high. Many women want to find a successful man with a high income as a lifelong partner, but often their wishes are not fulfilled as they age day by day, yet their dream prince never appears. A mindset of clinging to unrealistic expectations keeps them persistently single. In disappointment, their youth slowly fades away. Around 25, in cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Nanjing, matchmaking corners began to appear in large numbers. As the name suggests, these are places for matchmaking. On the railings are plastered resume-style marriage advertisements. However, the people gathered here are not young people, but their parents and modern matchmakers. Parents either browse others' matchmaking ads, or they take their children's matchmaking flyers and strike up conversations with others. They are trying to help their children find a suitable partner. The ratio of men to women at the matchmaking corner is 1 to 9, which means there are 9 times as many girls as boys. Therefore, in the matchmaking corner, 80% to 90% are parents of girls. Just last month, a mother braved the rain to come to the Hangzhou West Lake Scenic Area, Wansing Academy Matchmaking Corner, to find a match for her 41-year-old daughter. A matchmaker struck up a conversation with this mother. As for education, it's a bachelor's degree. What is she currently doing for work? She works as a project supervisor. Oh, that's quite impressive. A project supervisor. What is her annual income? Her annual income is about 200,000 yuan. Is she the only child in your family? There are 2. She has a younger sister. Is her younger sister already married? No. So, what does your daughter expect from the boy? There should also be some family conditions. The conditions should be similar. The conditions should be similar, right? How tall should the man be? Preferably above 1.750 meters. She likes taller guys. Yes, yes, yes. What about his education? His education should also be at least a bachelor's degree. Where is his hometown? His hometown? Preferably in Zhejiang province. What about the boy's income? It should be similar to her daughter's. It should be around this level. It would be best if it were a bit higher. It's okay if it's similar. What about the boy's age? It doesn't matter if he's 4 years older or younger. So, let me ask another question. Because the daughter is a bit older at this age. Some boys are very excellent. Divorced ones are acceptable. Divorced ones without children are also okay. This girl herself is very excellent. On the surface, her criteria for choosing a partner are not high. But thinking about it, it's still pretty high. She requires the other party's income to be similar to hers. 1.2 million for 1 meter. Such a boy is not easy to find. She also requires the man to be over 1.750 meters. If both conditions can be met, It's even harder to find. Such excellent boys are likely to be already married, even if you can really find a divorced one. Will he be interested in her? She is already 41 years old. This matchmaker is someone without connections, complaining that from now on, he will no longer accept women over 45 who are divorced, unless she can accept a divorced one. Because such women have very few choices, the success rate is very low. She gives a few examples, saying that a girl is 33 years old this year. When she was 28 or 29, she came to find a matchmaker, asking the matchmaker to help introduce a partner. This girl's conditions are pretty good. She works in a government agency, has a house and a car, is considered pretty. At that time, quite a few men wanted to meet her. She said her requirements were not high, but the matchmaker introduced to her. She didn't like any of them. The matchmaker introduced 172 cm tall, from a government agency. Such a boy. She thought he was too short. Introducing a teacher 185 cm tall. She thought he was too thin and tall like a bamboo pole. She has been fussing around until now. 33 years old. She told me she regretted it. Now she will marry anyone as long as their conditions are not bad. You're about to get foolishly married. This woman is really when she's over 30 years old. The quality of blind date partners has indeed dropped significantly. Each one is worse than the last. This girl, she came to ask me. She said, "Why are the resources on my side getting worse and worse?" I really want to say, baby, do you really not have any self-awareness? Just like boys of similar age to you. They are basically all married. And the few remaining with good conditions. They think your age is too old, right? She still wants to find a younger one. This matchmaker said, in the blind dating market, the most important thing for a woman is age. Don't be too busy. Don't delay your marriage for your career, and miss your own major life event soon. Let's take a look at a boy's blind dating experience. Today, I went on a blind date with a 34-36-year-old leftover woman, introduced by my friend. What were her requirements? You need to have $700,000 in savings. You need a fully paid house, and a car worth over $500,000, and a monthly salary of over $20,000. She won't talk about feelings with you. She won't talk about character and manners. She thinks it's nonsense. She said to be practical. Her time is very tight. Later, my friend, patting my shoulder, said, "Let's go." And then I came back on my electric scooter. At the matchmaking corner, there is such a man. His monthly salary is $3,000, but he wants to find a woman with a monthly salary of $8,000. Think about it. Am I short of money? That's why I want to find someone with money. What kind of person are you anyway? Action speaks louder than words. We should support each other. How could you support me? Just because I have no money. I want to find someone who has money. Someone with 8,000. Only by going too far can it last. Do you understand? I have no money, so I want to find someone with money. You trade 3,000 for 8,000. Do you know how to write the word ugly? Men never think they are ugly when they look in the mirror. There's nobody's. It's everyone's own self that is called. You can find someone rich. If you have any value, give someone money, and he'll help you send money. We need to exchange value, right? Yes. The greatest value is taking care of all the housework. Yes. Aren't there many women like that? Then women do all the housework. Right? Women. I cook very well, you know. Yes. No one has anything to eat. I can also help with the kids, this fellow villager said. Nowadays, it's the men who do the laundry and cooking in society. Doing housework. Which modern woman does housework? Who can cook? They can't do anything. And he can take over all the housework. Many women can't get married. There's another reason. It's because the betrothal gift is demanded too high. The betrothal gift is a traditional custom in China. That is, before the wedding, the groom gives money or food to the bride's parents. The original intention is to thank the bride's parents, for raising their daughter for so many years. There is a huge difference in expectations regarding the betrothal gift between men and women. The 2024 Betrothal Gift Research Report shows nearly 40% of men believe a reasonable betrothal gift is between 50,000 to 100,000 yuan. Nearly 30% of men believe it should be within 50,000 yuan, while 45% of women believe a betrothal gift of 100,000 to 200,000 is more reasonable. A betrothal gift of 380,000 yuan. Yuan doesn't have such a high betrothal gifty. Can we lower the betrothal gift a bit? Teacher, is a betrothal gift of 380,000 yuan a lot for marrying me? Some people think it's too expensive. Actually, I used to ask for 500,000 yuan. Why did you lower the price now? Alas, isn't this the one who can't get married all the time? Then I can only lower the price to 380,000. Some people are really too much. They even asked if it could be less. Can it be discounted? Can it be paid in installments? Dream on. Do you think I'm a rotten cabbage at the vegetable market? This woman is 38 years old. Her personal conditions are good. She doesn't have high income requirements for the man, but her dowry requirements are unacceptable. Look at my master's degree. For the man's requirements, your requirements are actually quite easy to meet. Your height is 170 cm. Your annual income is 150,000. Isn't that easy to find? Don't look for a man without a house and car. The dowry is over 800,000. This man might find it unacceptable. Yes, it's because of the dowry. Why must you say the dowry is 800,000? Because I feel that boys are under a lot of pressure now. Because I have a car and a house. I don't want my future partner. They would also have to pay car and house loans. After marriage, he can move right in. I've explained why I want this 800,000 dowry. For this 800,000 dowry, I will give 800,000, then 1.6 million as our post-marital business fund. Just a business fund like this. It's not like, you only gave me 800,000. Then I'll keep it in my pocket and not take it out. It's about taking as much as the other party can offer. The conditions are quite excellent in all aspects. Your requirements will. You require the man to live in Hangzhou, or live in Ningbo. I can come from Ningbo to Hangzhou, faced with an exorbitant dowry. Many men would rather not get married. Is this love? It's a transaction. Who still gets married these days? A dowry of 300,000. Isn't this selling a daughter? Some people are still living with their parents. Saying money is not important is just an attitude and a guarantee. In reality, isn't it just subsidizing oneself? So, how much dowry do you think is appropriate? You should look at the actual situation of our southern families. One should put oneself in others' shoes. A dowry of 300,000 is demanded easily. Can you offer a dowry of 300,000? When the 300,000 dowry goes into the pocket, fights happen every 2 or 3 days after the wedding, causing chaos. Then they just walk away and get divorced, with no loss at all. What about the guy? Then he loses both the person and the money. You say it's not easy for your parents to raise you. But what about us in the South? It's also not easy for my parents to raise me. If I have money, you'll marry me. If I don't, you won't. If I don't have money, you won't marry me. Is this what you call love? It's clearly a transaction with a clear price tag. Some people nowadays are too ungrateful. They are blinded by money. The lady in her early 40s is a department manager at a large company. She has a decent job and a good income. She has a house and a car, but she has not found a suitable partner. She originally planned to live her life alone, but recently, she got sick. During her hospital stay, she saw a woman in the same ward whose husband took care of her meticulously, which touched her deeply. So she decided to find a husband. She also mentioned her criteria for choosing a spouse. Actually, my standards for a spouse are not high. Firstly, I want to find someone around my age. Or even, I can accept someone under 50 who is mature, steady, with a stable job and income. As for height, must be over 1.750 meters tall. Around 1.8 meters is acceptable. As for temperament, must be normal, cannot be irritable, must have a sense of responsibility and accountability, must understand life, should be good at taking care of others, must not have any bad habits, must have the right values. As for appearance, must be handsome. When taken out, must be the type that brings honor. As for me, I care a lot about my reputation. In front of my relatives and friends, you must give me enough face. You must put me on a pedestal. This is a must. The second requirement is directly related to the dowry. Because I think we are all adults, I like to put things out in the open. To be discussed up front, I require the other party to provide 80,000 as dowry money, because I think, once entering marriage, a woman's contribution is greater than a man's. This is also my request for economic security. After hearing this, everyone was shocked, left without saying a word, not to mention other things. Just the dowry of 880,000. I really don't know how many men can meet this requirement. In the comments section, there were comments from netizens. Wait another 88 years. Your dreams will definitely come true. There were also netizens joking. I think no one has already given you face. They could listen and then leave. Many outstanding women, after graduating with a bachelor's degree, they pursue a master's. Most of their prime years are spent studying. When they want to get married, they find men of the same age are already married with children. When I was admitted to college before, I was the pride of the entire journey. Now, at 30 years old, I am still not married. I have become a laughingstock of the entire journey, haven't I? I am already 32 years old. I like children. But in another 2 or 3 years, if I get pregnant, I would be considered an advanced maternal age. The risk of childbirth would be high. And then, if I think about it, when my child turns 20, I will already be 55 years old. Just thinking about this, I panic so much that I can't bear it. I wish I could immediately find someone and get married right away. My hometown is in a rural area of Hebei. I should be the first person in our village to be admitted to a key university, a female college student, and then also the first child to obtain a digital degree. A few years ago, when my parents went back to our hometown for the new year, people would praise my mother, saying, "You've raised a good daughter this time. She can study and look good. She will definitely have a great future. You can just sit back and enjoy life." My parents felt happy inside. Now that I am in my 30s, I am still not married. My parents are almost being asked by others in the village, "Is your daughter married?" Ha! In her 30s, and still not married. This tone, it's like being thrown into a meat grinder. A single female netizen left a comment saying, "I was born in the 90s, in Wuhan, a university teacher, with a house and a car, yet I still feel anxious." There are also comments saying, "There is no need to get married just for the sake of getting married. You should only get married when you meet the right person. Marriage is just about pots and pans, endless complaints, and another kind of loneliness." That's right. That's all for today's chat. Please remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and share it with your friends. Thank you for your support. See you in the next episode.